It is said, everything is fair in love and war. But can it be fair to kill people for the sake of a love one is obsessed with? Obsession in a relationship often leads to disastrous consequences. This is the story of a man who did unthinkable acts, unimaginable crimes to get to the woman he loved. Will he succeed in his mission? Hi, and a very warm welcome. You are listening to Crime Tales. I am Subbu. Case 1, The Obsessed Lover. A chilly winter night in Delhi. 29-year-old Arav, a marketing professional on a work trip to Delhi, is unwinding after a long day of meetings. He sits at a bar, a glass of whiskey in hand, his eyes focused on his phone as he tracks the movement of his stock investments. As he scrolls through his portfolio, a beautiful young woman walks into the bar and gracefully takes the seat beside him. Her presence is impossible to ignore. She orders a drink and then turns to Arav, her eyes briefly glancing at his phone. Those stocks in your portfolio, those are long-term. Hold on to them, she remarks. Surprised by her insight, Arav looks at her with curiosity. Are you a stock analyst? No, I am an investment consultant. Hi, Shivani Mishra. She introduces herself. The connection between Arav and Shivani sparks instantly. The casual conversation at the bar soon deepens as they move to a more comfortable seating. Far from Delhi, in the city of Ahmedabad, 27-year-old Priya steps out of her apartment, ready to head to work. As she makes her way towards the auto rickshaw stand, something catches her eye. A man about her age, standing by a car in the parking lot, placing a laptop bag aside. The man looks very familiar to Priya. Excuse me, is that you, Varun? She calls out. The man turns around. It's indeed Varun. Oh my God, it's you, Varun. Priya exclaims, her joy evident. Hi Priya, how are you? Varun Kashyap is equally thrilled, his smile wide as he greets her. It's been 5 years since Priya and Varun, classmates from college in Vadodara, have met. What are you doing here, Varun? Where have you been all these years? Priya is full of questions. I just moved to Ahmedabad, Priya. I stay here in D Wing. Such a pleasant surprise to see you. Do you also stay here? Yes, A Wing. That's just opposite to your building. Varun, for 5 years I searched you so much on the social media, found you nowhere. And I bump into you here like this. Oh my God, where the hell were you all these years? Where did you vanish? As they drive through the city, Varun answers all of Priya's questions about where he was these last 5 years. I just drifted away, Priya. There's no other explanation. But I am so glad to see you again. You know, I never expected this. It's such a pleasant thing to see you again, Priya. Varun, now that I have you back in my sight, don't you dare vanish again. Priya warns him smilingly. You are coming home tonight for dinner. I want you to meet my husband. I have talked so much about you to him. You're coming at 7 p.m., all right? Yes, Priya. I will be there. As Priya gets off at her office and walks into the complex, Varun watches her with a lingering gaze. His eyes reflect a deep-seated pining for Priya. Everything is going as how he had planned it. I have come only for you, Priya. Only for you, he mutters to himself. 3 months earlier in Mumbai, Varun had been leading a tech team at his company when a job posting for a tech analyst at the Ahmedabad branch caught his eye. He immediately approached his general manager. I want that post, Nathan. There was desperation in Varun's voice. Are you crazy, Varun? That's below your position here in Mumbai. That salary is also less. The general manager explained to him. Either you give me that position in Ahmedabad or I resign from the company. The choice is yours. Varun was adamant. Not wanting to lose Varun, a very talented employee, the company gave in to his demands and transferred him to Ahmedabad as he wanted. Landing in Ahmedabad, Varun went directly to the real estate broker who was dealing in the flats at Priya's society. I want a flat in the B wing of that society, flat 501. I know that's up for rent. It's there in all the property portals. Get me that flat. I want that. Varun had his plans well chalked out. He had chosen where he was going to stay and how he was going to keep an eye on Priya's life. From his bedroom window, equipped with a telescope, Varun had a perfect view of Priya's drawing room and bedroom. He could watch her every move. Varun had returned to claim what he believed was his first love, Priya. That evening, Varun arrives early at Priya's home for dinner. The door is opened by Arav Rajvanshi, Priya's husband. Arav, the same guy who was in the Delhi bar with Shivani Mishra. Arav greets Varun warmly, his smile wide. If you hadn't turned up like this, Varun, I would have never believed you existed. Priya's told me so much about you over the years, but no photos, nothing. I was starting to think you were some fictional character she made up. As they sit down to dinner, Varun's eyes linger on Arav, his thoughts racing. You are the one who took away the woman I loved so much. His mind flashes back to their college days in Vadodara. Priya and Varun had been inseparable in college, their bond deep and unspoken. For Priya, Varun was a rock, always there in times of need. For Varun, Priya was everything. His world revolved around her. But he had never found the courage to express his feelings, to tell her that he loved her. So when Priya in their final year excitedly shared the news that Arav, her childhood love, had proposed to her, Varun's world shattered. After graduation, Varun quietly disappeared, cutting off all contact. He moved to Mumbai where he buried himself in work, trying to forget. But he never did. Did you ever get married, Varun? Priya's question pulls Varun from his thoughts. He smiles faintly and shakes his head. No. Why not? Arav inquires, curious. Varun gazes at Arav, his eyes steady but masking the storm brewing within. Behind his calm exterior, a surge of anger swells, almost unbearable. In his mind, he sees himself charging at Arav, fingers tightening around his throat, squeezing the life out of the man who stole Priya from him. You came in the way, Arav. I should have killed you back then. Arav's voice cuts through the dark fantasy, bringing Varun back to the present. Hey Varun, where did you go? Arav's casual question shatters the illusion, pulling Varun back to reality. He forces a smile. Just never found the time. Or maybe never found the right girl. Varun replies. But it's a lie. 4 years ago, he had met Anushka Sachdev, a woman who worked in the same office as him. In Anushka, Varun saw traces of Priya, echoes of the woman he truly loved. And strangely enough, Anushka had fallen for him, oblivious to the shadow of another woman that loomed over the relationship. They married quickly, but the union was doomed from the start. Varun was always searching for Priya and Anushka, imagining her to be the woman he could never have. But no matter how hard he tried to imagine Priya in his mind, Anushka's face would reappear, bringing with it the harsh truth. No one could ever replace Priya. And now, Priya stands before him, alongside her husband, the man who took everything that should have been his. Later that night, Varun stands in his bedroom, staring through the telescope at Priya and Arav's apartment. I found the right girl a long time ago, and now I have found her again. This time she is going to be mine. You are going to be out of her life very soon, Arav. The next day, as Priya works in her office, her phone pings with a WhatsApp message. She opens it to find a video, explicit and shocking. Her breath catches in her throat as she recognizes the man in the video. It's Arav. That evening, Priya confronts Arav, her eyes filled with hurt and disbelief. Arav is equally stunned when he sees the video, recognizing the woman instantly, Shivani Mishra, the investment consultant he had met in Delhi. A shaken-up Arav tries to explain, insisting that he's being set up. Yes, I met her, Priya. But this, I can't even remember when this happened. Priya is unconvinced, her trust shattered. You can't deny that it's you, Arav. And you know the woman. Arav struggles to remember. It had been a casual meeting in a bar, nothing more. But as he recalls the evening, he remembers feeling unusually dizzy, his memory hazy. Could his drink have been spiked? In truth, it had been. Shivani Mishra had drugged him, leading to his room where the video was made. Arav now is hellbent on finding out what really happened at the Delhi bar and hotel. He wants to prove his innocence to Priya. He contacts the hotel in Delhi, requesting CCTV footage of the bar and the corridor leading to his room. But the hotel staff refuses, citing privacy policies. Frustrated and desperate, Arav considers going to the police, but his friend and colleague Prashant advises against it. It will only make things worse, Prashant warns. So far, Shivani hasn't made this public. You might still have time to figure out what's really going on. Arav is tormented by the situation. Priya's trust in him is crumbling. From his bedroom, Varun watches their turmoil unfold through the telescope with a twisted sense of satisfaction. Everything is falling into place just as he had planned. Varun's plan moves into its second act. A tech wizard with a talent for manipulation, Varun uses AI, artificial intelligence, to craft deep fakes, forging scandalous images of Shivani and Arav. He discreetly sends these doctored images to Priya's WhatsApp from a number registered under Shivani's name. The seed of doubt is planted, and it quickly takes root in Priya's mind. Could Arav be unfaithful? The rift between them begins to widen just as Varun had planned. Fate seems to smile on Varun when Priya, troubled and desperate, confides in him about her suspicions regarding Arav's infidelity. Varun feigns shock, acting appalled at the idea that Arav could betray Priya. But he plays his role carefully, posing as a concerned friend who insists Priya should not be so quick to judge her childhood love. He advises her to give Arav the benefit of the doubt, but his words only deepen Priya's frustration. Priya now seeks Varun's help in identifying the woman in the explicit video and the photos with Arav. Priya wants to confront her and know the truth. Sensing this opportunity to escalate the scheme, Varun sets the next move in motion. Shivani, a call girl from Delhi, is a pawn in Varun's elaborate game. Her only concern is the money she's being paid. She cares little for the lives she's tearing apart. Varun orchestrates a seemingly accidental encounter between Priya and Shivani, setting the stage for the next phase of his plan. Priya is getting out of her office, walking towards the cab she has booked, when she suddenly notices Shivani. Shivani is casually walking across the road. Priya runs after Shivani and finally catches her. Shivani acts shocked when Priya stops her. "Excuse me, do I know you?" "I am Priya." Priya takes out her mobile and plays out the video for Shivani to watch. "Aren't you the woman in this video?" Priya questions Shivani. "What the hell? How did you get this video? Who are you? Are you trying to blackmail me?" Shivani completely flips the script and lashes out at Priya. "These are private moments between me and my boyfriend Arav. How the hell did this reach you?" Priya is shocked hearing Shivani call Arav her boyfriend. "Is Arav your boyfriend?" Priya sounds broken when she questions Shivani. Seeing the tears in Priya's eyes, Shivani now escalates the drama. She slaps Priya. Priya is taken aback. "You bitch! Who the hell are you? What are you trying to do? Either you delete that video or I'm dragging you to the police station," Shivani threatens Priya. "I am Arav's wife," Priya cries out. "Oh, so you are that bitch. Did you steal mine and Arav's private moments from his phone? Why don't you give him the divorce as he wants? What are you latching on to? Money? He's willing to throw money at you. Why don't you leave Arav and let Arav and me have our life?" Shivani bursts out on Priya, spinning the entire story, making Priya out to be the villain. Priya is shocked. Shivani's performance is flawless. She acts the part of the wronged girlfriend with conviction. What do you think you can do with that video? Blackmail him? Blackmail me? Yes, Arav and I are in love. You're coming between us. Are you that desperate? Just leave us alone, find a life. You can do nothing with that video. Shivani walks off, having done her part in rattling Priya. Priya stands shocked. She hadn't expected this at all. The confrontation has turned into a revelation that she least expected. Completely shattered, Priya reaches out to Varun. Varun grabs the moment with both hands to deepen Priya's despair. Why did you go after her, Priya? You shouldn't have done this. I had found out about her. She's an investment consultant. I don't know why Arav claimed he just met her once in Delhi. Varun adds to Priya's misery. Arav wants to divorce me, Varun. He wants to leave me. Why couldn't he tell that to my face? Priya cries. Maybe not easy for him, Priya. After all, he knows you since you both were in school. Maybe he thought it best to send the video like this to you and then start the entire thing in a scheming manner. You know what, Priya? I don't think it was just accidental that Shivani turned up outside your office. My guess is it could have all been planned. That you see her there, go after her, and it's she who breaks the news to you of the relationship. Arav might not have had the courage to tell you the truth. Priya listens quietly, a storm brewing inside her. A storm that was going to turn into a pitched battle when she would reach home. Varun could sense what was going to happen, and it just happened that way. You want a divorce, then have the guts to ask that from me, Arav. Priya confronts Arav when he reaches home. Arav is shocked. Priya, are you out of your mind? Why would I want a divorce from you? Stop this bullshit, Arav. Stop it. You're free to go with that woman whenever you want. Just get out of my life. Priya lashes out at Arav. Can you tell me exactly what happened, Priya? Arav pleads. I already told you I was unaware of what that woman was doing to me in my hotel room. I was not in my senses. You think I am that naive that I cannot see things, Arav? I don't want to live with you anymore. You're free from me. I don't want to see you anymore. Priya rushes to her room, closing the door on Arav's face. Arav bangs on the door, pleading to her to hear him out, but Priya wants no more of his explanations. Angry and upset, Arav just walks out of the house. He walks across towards Varun's building. Varun, watching everything from his bedroom, is alarmed. Is he coming to see me? For what? What has Priya told him about me? He wonders. The doorbell rings. Arav indeed has come to meet him. Varun is a bit scared now. Varun, I need your help. Arav pleads to him. You are a tech guy, Varun. Can you help me find out about this woman? I want to meet her and ask her what exactly is she doing. She's wrecking my life. Priya wants to leave me, Varun. Please, can you help me? This is a new twist in the script that Varun least expected. He had only planned to play around with Priya's emotions, turning her against Arav. Now Arav is falling into his lap, like a puppet. Of course, Arav. Of course I can help you. Don't you worry. We'll get to the bottom of this, Arav. Varun assures Arav. Varun now sets about to think how can he play the game both ways. He has already set Priya against Arav. Now he has to do something to drive Arav to hate Priya. It would hasten the process of separating them. He hits upon an idea. Using a voice-altering application and yet another phone number, he calls Arav, masquerading as an anonymous informant. I know you, Arav, but I can't tell you who I am. Just take me to be a well-wisher. Varun speaks over the phone in the altered voice. What is it? What do you want? Arav gets curious. I want nothing. All I want to tell you is the truth. What truth? You are breaking your head wondering how did that woman Shivani turn up at the bar in Delhi. By now you would have realized that it was a setup. Varun starts spinning the story. Why was I being set up? Arav gets impatient to know the truth. It's not about why you were being set up. Your question should be who set it all up. Tell me who did it. You are naive, Arav. Very naive. When was the last time you had physical relations with Priya? What the hell? Who are you? Shouts Arav. Aha. Got you. You are too stupid to realize, Arav. Priya is seeing someone else. She doesn't love you anymore. You can't see that. Arav is shocked. Varun now adds more spice to his story. She loves that man. He's far better than you in bed. So, how does she tell you, get out of my life? You can't see it, Arav. She wants to leave you. but she's caught in a dilemma. How does she say that to a man she knows since school, a man she was in love with, a man she married, but also a man she's tired of? Arav listens stunned. Look, Arav, Priya wants to divorce you, but she's not able to tell you that to your face. Now please understand. How can she tell you that she's fallen in love with someone else? She finds him better than you. So Priya devises this plan to set up this Shivani girl, to trap you in a sex video and then make you the scapegoat of the marriage breaking between you and her. It's as simple as that. So don't take it to heart. Read the signs. She wants you to move out of her life. Varun cuts the phone. Arav is trying to process what he has just heard. His phone pings. It's a WhatsApp message. There are photos of Shivani and Priya from their confrontation which Varun had photographed from a distance. Varun has inserted a packet in Priya's hands to make it look like Priya is making a payment to Shivani. The set of images seem like Priya is having a clandestine interaction with Shivani. And then, a video pops up in Arav's WhatsApp. It's an explicit video. He's shocked. It's Priya in bed with a man. Varun has picked out a sex video and manipulated the woman's face to that of Priya's face. He has carefully hidden the man's face so that it remains a mystery to Arav as to who's the man in Priya's life. Arav now desperately tries to call back the number from which Varun had called using an altered voice. It's now out of reach, switched off. The dice has been thrown. Arav's mind has been poisoned against Priya. Varun rushes to his bedroom, jumping to look through the telescope to witness the aftermath of his new manipulation in the Arav versus Priya game. Fueled by anger and hurt, Arav confronts Priya with the photos and the sex video that has Priya with the mysterious man. So this is what you are up to, Priya. It's now Arav's turn to question Priya. Priya is aghast. That's not me, Arav. Where the hell did you get this? Priya shouts. Now I understand your game, Priya. You are the one who's having an affair and you set this entire trap to make it look like I am the one cheating you. Arav, are you mad? Are you trying to tell me that it's me who's trapping you with this Shivani? Don't act so innocent, Priya. You got me drugged and made that Shivani film that thing in my hotel bedroom. But look at you. I can see that you're enjoying the whole thing. Priya, enraged, slaps Arav. Leave me if you want to, Arav, but don't you dare play this game with me. It's not me in the video. You made this to hide your own guilt, screams Priya. I never could make out in all these years that you're such a wretched woman, Priya. You know what? I might not have been in my senses when that woman Shivani unclothed me and had physical relations with me. But I can tell you one thing, I did enjoy. She was better than you, Priya. Much better than you. Priya is broken as she hears this. Leave, Arav. Leave right now. It's over between us. Priya controls her tears. Yes, it's over, Priya. It's over. I wish you could have told me that on my face, that you found someone else, not play this trick on me. Arav walks out of the house, leaving Priya shattered and broken. Varun observes the chaos from his bedroom, peering through his telescope with a sickening sense of satisfaction. The sight of Arav walking out of the house marks the beginning of his victory. As Varun enjoys his triumph, a cab pulls up to the building. A new twist in the story. Anushka, his wife, steps out. Varun is jolted back to reality when he opens the door to find her standing there. Panic surges through him. What has brought her here? Why are you not answering my calls, Varun? You didn't reply to my messages too. Anushka questions him. I was very busy, Anushka. What have you come for? You anyways are having an affair with that Manish Suri, aren't you? Why are you so bothered about me? You said you were being promoted, Varun, and transferred to Ahmedabad. I met your general manager Nitin a couple of days back. He tells me this was a lower post, and you were desperate to come to Ahmedabad. Varun fumbles for an answer, then finally speaks up. I took it up because I wanted to be away from you, Anushka. I couldn't bear to be with you. I was okay with a lower post than staying with you. Anushka takes out a folder from her bag. I came to give you these divorce papers, Varun. I messaged you about it. You didn't bother to reply. Varun looks at the papers. Fine. Leave it here. I will sign it and send it back to you. Anushka senses that Varun is quite shaken up by her presence. Why aren't you letting me in, Varun? Varun is now scared. He can't let her in. Well, I'm sure you didn't plan to stay here, Anushka. You must have booked a hotel room or something. Damn it, Varun. I'm still your wife. We haven't separated. Why are you so eager to make me leave? I'm staying here tonight. I'll leave tomorrow. Anushka just pushes him aside and moves to the bedroom. Varun is jittery. Even before he can stop her, she has opened the bedroom door and walked in. He stands exposed now. Anushka sees the telescope. She sees his laptop with images of Priya. What are you up to, Varun? Varun is losing himself. Anushka, I want you to leave. These are my personal things. Anushka has reached the telescope and is looking through it. She can see Priya in her flat crying. Varun freezes in his tracks. Are you stalking this woman, Varun? Varun is speechless. Is this woman Priya? Several times after their marriage, Varun had subconsciously called Anushka as Priya. It was usually at times when they made love. There were many times when Anushka had asked him, "Who's Priya?" Every time Varun had feigned ignorance and refused that he ever called her that name. Now, Anushka realizes what Varun's motive was in coming to Ahmedabad. Okay, so this is what you're up to. Does the woman, this Priya, does she know that you're watching her like this? Anushka, this is none of your business. I will sign the divorce papers. You're free to have your life with Manish. Just leave right now. Are you stalking her? Does she know all this? Varun is now scared. He doesn't know what to say. Fine, I think she stays in the opposite building. Let me go across and ask her if she knows what you're doing. Anushka walks from the bedroom to the main door. Varun rushes and stops her. You won't do anything like that, Anushka. I told you this is none of your business. You can't interfere whatever is between me and Priya. But why are you watching her through the telescope, Varun? Are you taking her nudes, planning to do something? Varun is now very angry. Don't you dare talk about Priya like that, Anushka. I love Priya. Okay, then let me go and see her. Since you love her so much, what's the harm? Anushka is about to open the door. Varun realizes if Anushka goes over to Priya and speaks anything, he will be completely exposed. All that he has worked so hard for, now at the brink of success, would all fall apart. In a swift, brutal move, Varun grabs Anushka and throws her to the ground. She fights back, but Varun, consumed by rage, strangles her. When Anushka finally stops struggling, Varun checks her breath. She's dead. The gravity of what he has done hits him like a tidal wave, leaving him shaken and terrified. Oh my God, what have I done? He checks her breath again. She's dead. Varun's panic builds up when the doorbell rings. Who's it now? Varun is scared. Has Anushka come with someone? Is it that Manish? Varun wonders. Varun moves to the door. Heart pounding, he looks through the keyhole. It's Priya, looking broken and devastated. Varun is trapped in a horrifying situation. On one side, Anushka's lifeless body lies in his living room. On the other, Priya stands at his door, her trust in him intact, for now. What should I do? He wonders.